The year is 2025. Our planet is sending us a message. From raging wildfires in California to devastating floods in Asia, natural disasters are no longer distant threats. They are our present reality. The year began with the Los Angeles wildfires, a stark reminder of nature's fury. These events are not isolated incidents. They are interconnected threads in the complex tapestry of a changing world. Understanding these disasters is crucial. It's not just about knowing the statistics, it's about comprehending the human cost. It's about recognizing the long-term consequences for our planet. Only then can we truly prepare for the future. These disasters test our resilience, they challenge our infrastructure, but most importantly, they remind us of our shared humanity. As we face these challenges head-on, it's crucial to remember that we are not alone in this fight. The road to recovery is long. It demands global cooperation, innovation, and a commitment to building a more sustainable future. The sky above Los Angeles turned a menacing orange. Acrid smoke filled the air as flames devoured homes and dreams. The Los Angeles wildfires, fueled by drought and driven by powerful Santa Ana winds, have become a symbol of California's vulnerability. The images are apocalyptic: homes reduced to ashes, iconic landmarks scarred by fire. The human cost is immeasurable. At least 24 lives have been lost, a number that authorities fear will rise. More than 12,000 structures have been destroyed. The economic impact is staggering. Early estimates suggest total losses could reach a jaw-dropping $250 billion to $275 billion, potentially making this the costliest natural disaster in US history. The insurance industry is reeling. Major companies like Chubb and Travelers are facing billions in losses. Some, like Allstate and State Farm, have stopped selling new home insurance policies in California altogether. The crisis has exposed the fragility of our systems. The fires have also laid bare the deep inequalities in our society. Many low-income communities, often located in areas most vulnerable to wildfires, lack the resources to rebuild. The road to recovery will be long and arduous. Thousands of miles away from the inferno in Los Angeles, another disaster continues to cast a long shadow. Hurricane Helene, while not as destructive as initially feared, left a trail of devastation across North Carolina in September 2024. The storm exposed the vulnerability of rural communities, particularly their schools. Months after Helene, many rural schools remain closed. Extensive road damage, expected to take over a year to repair, has made it impossible to transport students and teachers. The situation highlights the unique challenges faced by rural areas in the aftermath of disasters. The impact on education is significant. Children are missing out on valuable learning time. Teachers are struggling to provide continuity in education. The situation is taking a toll on the mental health and well-being of students and educators alike. The slow pace of recovery in these areas is a stark reminder of the often overlooked needs of rural communities. As we focus on the immediate aftermath of major disasters, it's crucial to remember the long-term challenges faced by those in remote and underserved areas. The closure of schools in North Carolina is a stark reminder of the unique challenges faced by rural school districts during natural disasters. These challenges go beyond the immediate impact of the event itself. They expose systemic inequalities that leave rural schools ill-equipped to cope with and recover from such events. One critical issue is the lack of suitable temporary sites for classes. Unlike urban areas with a higher concentration of buildings, rural communities often have limited options. Deteriorating infrastructure and a lack of educational resources exacerbate the problem. Transportation is another major hurdle. Damaged roads, already a problem in many rural areas, become insurmountable obstacles after disasters. This is further compounded by the greater distances students often travel to school in rural communities. The digital divide also rears its ugly head. Limited access to reliable internet and technology hinders the possibility of remote learning. This leaves many rural students without access to education, widening the gap in learning opportunities. Section 5. The economic black hole costs of catastrophe. The economic fallout from these natural disasters is staggering. The Los Angeles wildfires alone are projected to cost hundreds of billions of dollars, a figure that could have ripple effects throughout the US economy. But the true cost goes beyond the immediate damage. There are hidden costs that linger long after the fires are extinguished. Businesses forced to close, tourism revenue lost, the psychological toll on communities and the long-term health impacts of smoke inhalation. These factors are difficult to quantify but no less real. The insurance industry, already grappling with the increasing frequency and severity of natural disasters, is facing unprecedented claims. This could lead to higher premiums, making insurance unaffordable for many, particularly those in high-risk areas. The economic burden of these disasters underscores the urgent need for investment in mitigation and adaptation strategies. We can no longer afford to react to these events. We must proactively invest in building more resilient communities. Section 6. Climate's Fingerprints: The Uncomfortable Truth. It's impossible to ignore the role of climate change in the increasing frequency and intensity of natural disasters. The Los Angeles wildfires were fueled by a combination of extreme drought and powerful winds, both exacerbated by a warming climate. The science is clear: rising global temperatures are creating conditions that make extreme weather events more likely. Hotter, drier summers increase the risk of wildfires. Warmer ocean temperatures fuel more powerful hurricanes. The evidence is all around us. Ignoring the link between climate change and these disasters is no longer an option. We must address the root causes of this crisis by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning to a more sustainable future. Our survival depends on it. Section 7. A global tapestry of resilience, stories of survival. Amidst the devastation, stories of resilience and compassion emerge. First responders working tirelessly to save lives and protect property. Neighbors helping neighbors, communities coming together to rebuild. In Los Angeles, a group of volunteers formed a human chain to rescue horses trapped by the flames. In North Carolina, teachers are driving for miles to deliver schoolwork to students stranded by road closures. These acts of kindness remind us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit endures. These stories are not just heartwarming anecdotes, they are a testament to the power of community and the importance of social cohesion in times of crisis. They remind us that we are stronger together. Section 8. Beyond Recovery: Building Back Stronger. As we move beyond the immediate response to these disasters, the focus must shift to rebuilding. But we cannot simply rebuild what was lost. We must build back better, stronger, and more resilient. This means investing in infrastructure that can withstand the impacts of climate change. It means creating early warning systems that give communities more time to prepare for extreme weather events. It means addressing the underlying inequalities that make some communities more vulnerable than others. Building back stronger requires a collaborative effort. Governments, businesses, communities, and individuals must work together to create a more sustainable and equitable future. We have the opportunity to learn from these disasters and emerge stronger than before. Section 9. The clock is ticking. A call for collective action. The year 2025 has been a stark reminder of the increasing threat posed by natural disasters. The Los Angeles wildfires and the aftermath of Hurricane Helene are just two examples of the challenges we face in a changing climate. The clock is ticking. We can no longer afford to ignore the warning signs. We must act now to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, invest in resilient infrastructure, and support vulnerable communities. This is not just an environmental issue. It's a social justice issue, an economic issue, and a security issue. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come depends on the choices we make today. Let us choose to act, and let us choose to act together.